Hey guys, welcome back to 365 Days of SEO. This is Christian Bullock. Today we're talking about a basic SEO item, and that is, what is a subdomain? So we all know what a domain is, right? It's whatever the core web address of any website. So google.com, yahoo.com, cnn.com, etc. A subdomain is when there's something that precedes that domain name. Something like search.google.com or news.yahoo.com. And a subdomain is a way that webmasters can kind of categorize content on their main domain. So maybe if they've got three wholly different product lines, it may make sense for them to create three subdomains off their domain. So product1.example.com, product2.example.com, product3.example.com. And some websites go about doing this and not really thinking in terms of SEO, but thinking, well, we have three different product lines. It may make sense to have three type of different websites under the same domain, but not actual three different domains. So subdomains in terms of SEO are not very SEO friendly, and I'll tell you why. When it comes to a subdomain, search engines almost treat subdomains as entirely different websites. So you have your domain, right, example.com, and you have subfolders of that domain or web pages where it's example.com/product/product page 1. That would be an example of a domain, subfolder, and then a web page, right? All of those pages contained on that domain are going to be helped whenever that main domain gets links. Okay, and it's called that domain authority, right? Search engines look at number of links that a domain gets, as well as specific pages. They look at how long the domain's been around. They look at the on-page SEO elements of a web page and a domain as a whole, and they look at technical components. Can they crawl this? Is there schema in place? How fast is it loading up? Am I having issues? Or in terms of usability, are there usability issues both on a desktop and mobile device? All those considerations, factors play into how well you rank in search engine rankings. So if you have subfolders and web pages within those subfolders, those web pages are helped kind of overall by any and all links, all that SEO that your main domain does. With a subdomain, it doesn't get any of that help because, like I said, search engines see those subdomains as almost entirely different websites. So if there's a couple links that go to your main domain and then two links that go to your subdomain, those links that go to your main domain are not going to really help your subdomain whatsoever. But your subdomain is going to kind of lean on its own, right? In terms of all those things that I mentioned earlier, on page, technical, schema, usability, all those things. The subdomain is going to be looked at in a different lens than the main domain. So maybe in a couple of instances, it maybe makes sense to create subdomains of your content, but by and large, you want to get away from having subdomains. You really want to look at using a subfolder structure. You see a lot of websites do this with blogs, right? So blog.domain.com. Doesn't help the overall domain. If you have a really great piece of content on that blog, it gets a lot of links to it, not really helping the main domain. But if it were at domain.com/blog, it really would. So that's why whenever we're working with clients or whenever I'm doing SEO, I stumble across subdomains. I try to get that fixed and we try to get that migrated over to the main domain with some 301 redirects in place. And if you're thinking in terms of creating your own website and thinking about subdomains versus subfolders, I very much urge you to think about a subfolder structure and getting away from subdomains, because that's only going to increase the work that you're going to have to do to get all those web pages to rank. So that's what subdomains are and its effect on a website's SEO. My name is Christian Bullock, 365daysofseo.com. See you guys tomorrow.